for 17 years. I had a solid job, great job.
Okay, do you know how long that'll be?
During COVID, I got sick, so I was more susceptible to getting COVID. And so I sent in a special request to be able to work remote. They had to have what they said, a body in the seat. And so I was separated. Immediately, I started looking for part-time work. I did Uber, I did Instacart, cleaned buildings. I did whatever I needed to do. My mother always taught us that when you get paid, you always pay yourself. So, you know, I had savings, but savings is only good until it runs out.
One of the things that we've seen is how far behind some people have gotten throughout the pandemic because there was a moratorium on cutting off people's water as well as their electricity and gas. So people have really accumulated large balances over this extended period of time. Just the city of Raleigh alone had about $5 million in back water payments due.
I've never not paid my bills. I am a bill payer. But what happens when you can't? What do? You find yourself in a state of, how do you make it work? What do you do? What are you gonna do? I can't stand that feeling in the pit of my stomach of what do you do? Because it's the uncertainty of it all. That's why I pay my bills, so that I don't have to have that uncertainty. Because I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do. Because I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna turn my water on to boil my pot of spaghetti for my boys. First of all, just receiving a notice that your water is gonna get cut off, it's just mind-blowing anyway, especially when you are not accustomed to that. Do you know how embarrassing it is to pull up to your home and that notice is in your door? You know, your heart sinks. What do you tell the boys when they go to turn the water? What do you tell the boys when they go to flush the toilet? Because the first thing they're gonna do is come in and wash their hands. So now you're really embarrassed because I'm gonna have to knock on the neighbor's door and say, can I use their water hose? Because you have to have buckets because kids have to use the bathroom. You fill up the buckets of water and you pour the water in the back of the tank. Children should not have to flush their toilet like that in 2022.
We take for granted that everybody has access to water. How hard is it, right? Go to the grocery store, buy a bottle of water, and drink it. It is really hard to think about families who are really struggling with this. This is what I love about the Low-Income Household Water Assistance Program is families have that access to be able to pay and get clean water in their houses.
It was put in place for people that need it. Because otherwise, what would I've done? I wouldn't have been able to pay that water bill.
We have been able to help over 17,000 households and spend about $6 million so far, but there are so many other households who really need this service.
This is a game changer in terms of being able to assist people with their water. I think we've had several people who have applied who have not ever been to us before. And they haven't had to apply for assistance before, so they've been able to come and get that assistance. It's always good when you can reach someone that you haven't been able to reach before.
It was the opportunity of not having water and having water. Being able to cook your children food, not cook your children food. You don't realize how important it is until you don't have it. And I could not imagine not having it and not being able to get help to get it. And that's what LIHWAP did for me. It put me in a place that I was able to have the basic necessities of life. Water, water.
We need to continue to have this, not just for this short period during the pandemic. It's not going away. Families are always going to need help with their water. So I really hope that we are able to extend this beyond.
I think at the rate that we're seeing our spending, we will exceed the amount of money that we've been given. If the funding goes away, I think that there will be people who are unable to provide for their families and unable to pay all of their utilities, as well as all of the other expenses that a family has.
What I've learned in this season of my life is that don't be too prideful. Pride will teach you a lesson pain won't let you learn. I'm grateful for the program. It's been a lifesaver for us.